The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn, and today we're going to talk about a blood moon eclipse coming up on November 8 of 2022. This is a significant date of energy. According to astrology, we're also going to work with angels. I always like to work with the angels on any insights or guidance they have with things that just feel so in turmoil, but also changing times. Not always a negative, although it can feel challenging. So we're working with that energy and what it all means, because eclipse season is more intensified on a full moon. So this is a blood moon eclipse, a full moon. And so it has that red color. So we're going to look into this. We're going to see what's going on. And it may answer some questions as to why you have been feeling the way you've been feeling, or, you know, what is going on. For me, I've noticed in the last week or two, just there's this essence of energy in the air. Can't quite figure out what it is, but it just feels very different. And so I'm calibrating too. We're doing a lot of that. Now, we were not here last week because of all of the major updates to everything according to the universe with computers and technology. And we were a couple of days of getting everything updated and just working again. So that's what happened. We weren't expecting that, but you know, when I think about it, they always about twice a year, you know, in technology, they're updating, and it's major, it's for security and all that stuff. So we have to go with the flow. But we are here today, so I do want to say hello and welcome to you. I want to let you know we're going into the season for holidays too, so just things going on here. But let me work with this now. Let me tell you a little bit about what I'm seeing and what I'm picking up with this blood moon that's coming up. So here we are on what's today, the 3rd? Yeah, that's just in a few days. So this is good timing for you to get an idea of this. So the affirmation for this topic, for this energy, is I find clarity and aligned with what truly matters to me. I release all that no longer supports my journey. That's what this moon, in a nutshell, is going to have this influence with. It's going to make you feel like, you know, enough's enough. What really matters. So some of the challenges that we may face in life, bring that to our attention. Whether it's health related, whether it's financially related, whether it's everything that I was planning doesn't seem to be working out, you know, and we're all getting surprises here with this. I'm working on major overhauls here too, just like what can I do differently, better, improve on it with things that are changing. So we're all kind of in the same boat. We're all working on it individually. So here it is. Now, this blood moon is falling in the sign of Taurus. So we have some of that Taurus energy working here. Also, you want to look back at May. We had a blood moon eclipse in Scorpio. Remember, that's kind of an association to Taurus. It's kind of like the opposite side. They kind of work back and forth together. It's interesting because in May, there was the blood moon in Scorpio. So if you can recall back, if you can think about it, what was going on for you? What significant events were unfolding? What changes? What was popping up for you in May? Because this moon is going to relate to that a little bit. It might be different. You may have grown. You may have solved some things. But it will have kind of like a theme that will be related to it. But this is wrapping it up, because it began, basically, whatever was popping up for whatever you had going on would have started in May. This is the finalizing of it, where it brings in the clarity. So if you've been feeling like, what is going on? What is going on? This has been the eclipse season. Yes. So that is what this one will do. This one should bring more clarity in. So we have, you might, and for some of you it may not relate if that's not what your life journey lesson is, but it's good to look at it. It's good to reflect back and see. So you might see a similar pattern with that. The lessons will be more closely related to your soul path. You might feel like there's more of this internal shift happening with old beliefs or things that you felt like that was the way it is. Doesn't seem to feel right anymore. You might find that your path seems to be shifting. What you felt was the true path doesn't feel like that anymore. And this can be different for everybody. There's really not a right or wrong here. It's more of you're shifting. You're becoming more aware that there's more to you than just this physical existence. You're becoming awake on a spiritual level. If you've been awake, it's taking another level. Yeah, I mean, we're leveling up every way you can look at it. But it's taking you back to what needs to change. Where am I putting all my energy? What's mattering here? Am I putting all this focus on something that's not working out or holding? You know, what beliefs do I have here? So this is taking you through that. It may be peeling layer at a time back, but transformative times are very challenging. They're also very enlightening. They wake us up on a soul level. They have us turn inward. They have us dig in and figure it out. You find out what you're made of. You find out how strong you actually are when you allow that side of you to be a participant in what's happening in your life. That's the best thing that I got. And I got that this morning from Archangel Michael, because, you know, fear is all like floating around and all this change is uncertain and we're not sure what's going to happen and we don't know what to do. And then there's this peace that comes over you when it's like, settle down. We've thrown the apple cart up in the air. Oh, it does feel like that, doesn't it? The apple cart's been thrown up in the air, and so now the chips will fall. And it's like, where do we land? Where are we going to be in that? Sometimes it takes us looking at ourselves realistically. We have to like look at, am I kidding myself? Am I being honest with myself? You know, things like that. This moon eclipse, a blood moon eclipse is potent anyway. It has an energy to it. It's kind of like a total eclipse. It's very strong. It intensifies. Your dreams are going to be interesting. I've already started that. I always do about, you know, a week out from a full moon. They increase. I have dreams a lot anyway, but they've just been really, wow. You just can't make that stuff up. But they have messages in them. They have messages in them. So if you have that happen, if that's something that happens with you and you pick up on those kind of energies, pay attention to what they're trying to tell you. Your body might be trying to tell you some stuff. You might be having some weird out of the blue, like, what is going on with this? Why is that happening? Pay attention, check it out, make sure you're okay, because guess what? Self-care has been a priority this entire year. Self-care should be a priority anyway, but the universe has been teaching us how important it is, because we can only give what we are. And if we're not taking care of what we are, there's nothing to give out to the world. So you may feel like, oh, okay, I'll do that for me later, and you're doing all this sacrificing because you're giving, and it's not balanced. It won't last. It's really trying to get your attention on that. It's trying to say, hey, no, this isn't working anymore. So that's something to look at. If you've had a plan, my plans, I know, I've finally just gone, okay, I've had all these plans, and I have my good example. I have plans, I have ideas I want to do, and then it's like, why is that changing again? Because it's trusting that there's a bigger picture to the whole thing. And we're in transformative times. A lot of things that need to fall away are falling away. And if you feel this resistance, or you feel like you're trying to hold on, that's what you want to look at. You want to see, like, well, why am I holding on to that? And you could have, it's going to be things that we love and things that we're glad to see go. And like, okay, that was a really hard choice for me to make, but it's making it for me. It's trying to find a way to go with it, go with the current of this energy versus against it. I'm not saying drop everything and don't feel like you're being yourself. I'm actually saying the opposite. I'm saying when we listen to what feels right within ourselves deeply, we can truly align and feel the peace that we're looking for. We are being our truest self. So there's all this going on. So the blood moon has got a reputation out there, in books and fun stuff, spooky stuff, that it's, superstitious and has sometimes a negative because of the color of it. But it's really not that. It's really a reminder of, this depth to us inside. We have, under this intensity and this energy, we could feel, and I want you to be aware of it, you could feel exhausted, you could feel just tired, you could feel a little off track, off balance, off track. That one I have felt a little bit in a few days. Just felt like, okay, I feel like, okay, this way, and then it goes, nope. And I realized I am just feeling the shifting energy. You're just feeling it all around you and the dynamic of it. Now, you might feel more sensitive. You might feel a little cranky, might feel more irritable. Know that this is important reminders of self-care. You have to do something that soothes that soul here, okay? You might be needing to ground more. You might be wanting to pull in and just go, I just need a timeout. I just need to take a break. I just need to stop pushing so hard. And because this is the thing. The theme here is what matters the most to you. In everything that's going on, is that changing? What mattered to you before, is that losing its potency on you? Is it making you second guess? Why am I putting so much into that when it doesn't feel like that's what I want anymore? Now, yeah, I'm going to throw that out on the table because I know that's what people are feeling out there. I felt it too. And it makes you question that. It makes you want to go in there and look at it. Your soul wants to be a part of your life. This inner higher self, this connection, this spiritual side of us and this physical side of us, they want to come together and work on one team here, not against each other. What a concept, right? That's your true self, letting that come through. And it could be surprising. You might find that you had no idea there was things that you liked. So I find that interesting. Blood moon eclipses also can make you feel the urge to purge. Like you just feel it's an energy that wants to draw out what needs to purge out. It's like almost like an energetic detoxification that you'll feel. And I kind of like that part because it's like, yeah, you always just feel better. An interesting note, you can tell if that's something that you're feeling if you've just had this spring cleaning vibe lately. Like, I gotta clean, I gotta clean up, I gotta just clean more. It's like you're trying to clear your energy. And yes, absolutely clean your space. If it needs organizing, decluttering, cleaning up, do that, because it does help you that way. Physical activity of cleaning your space does that. But at the same time, is that reminding you that there's this inner side that might need a cleansing, that might need a purging of energies that you may have absorbed, energies that you may have just held on to that you don't need anymore? Yeah, I think that's interesting too. When we're always longing for that freedom, for that peace, for that security. And in the long run, when all of these things are shifting and these things that just seem to be holding us back, and we want to just cut free of that, and we want to break free, we want to just be who we are. That's what this moon is trying to help you find clarity on. That's what this is about. We also have Uranus bringing that awakening, that spiritual awakening and unexpected surprise energy. So that in this one, there could be some surprise news for you. You could find some unexpected stuff here. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad. I mean, good news is unexpected too. So don't panic about that part. Don't fret. Just clear your energy. Feel that self-care is necessary. The more that I've been going through this year, the more I've been finding that that's been the most important thing we could be doing for our spiritual and our physical experience, so they can merge and be together and work as one. So it's been coming out more and more. Now, because this is a Taurus eclipse, in the sign of Taurus, you have that Venus planet, the planet of love. The planet is very active under this one, so relationships and romantic life and things that of value, family, your connections, things that are valuable to you, things that matter. Your feeling of self-worth is very important. All of these things are Venus. Finances, whatever it might be, those are important to you. Your comforts, your securities, your relationships. That's going to pop up a little bit. So because it's an eclipse with that Taurus sign and it's a purging, we're getting all of this garbage out of the way so we can have all of that. So we can bring all of that higher energy in. This is a great manifesting moon, believe it or not. It's a full moon, they're releasing, but you're manifesting the better way. You're clearing, you're manifesting a clear pathway, a healthier environment, energetically, physically, spiritually, mentally. That's a great combination, right? That's what we're always striving for. So it's a great time to set intentions about letting go of what limits you, the self-limiting beliefs, for example. What's holding you back? You just want to weed that out. You want to, where do you feel like you're not good enough? Where do you feel like you're not worthy? And why not? You need to release that. You need to know that you are worthy. You need to feel good about yourself. So taking action in that part is very important. It's very important. You might find that you're just not holding value with things that you used to, things that were just such a big deal. And that you'll notice that with maturity, and as we grow and we, move into different phases of life, things that were so important to us before, that's changed and it'll shift. And you don't want to fight trying to hold on. You want to go with where you are. You're evolving. You're constantly evolving. So if you feel like things that you used to value or you pretended to value, yeah, I know. If they start to fall out of your life, why are we trying to hold them? It could just be, just these things that mattered to you before. What's going on there? So you want to honor where you're finding some truth, okay? Where are you finding it? You might feel sad that you don't want it anymore, that you acknowledge that. But then it's where does your energy want to take you? Where do you feel magnetically pulled? You probably feel a different direction that you want to go. All of these things are popping up under this moon. So we also have Saturn. That's the planet of karma. That one's also active under this one. So we have some really intense, potent purging, be true, spiritual awakening, let the old go so we can get the new in here. We have all this going on. But Saturn, that puts a spotlight here on things that we need to deal with, that maybe we've been avoiding. You know, it might be, just, things you won't let go of. You just, why are you still holding it? So this might bring some, highlights in those areas. There's things you just don't want to deal with and you try to ignore. You might find that you're a little overwhelmed by all of this. You might find that irritability and overwhelming, frustration. So this is about old past stuff. Things in the past were who we were then. A big reminder is you are not who you were when you made those choices in the past. So in order to move forward, we also have to forgive ourselves if we don't like what happened at that time, or we don't like what happened to us or what we did, or whatever it is. It's time to let everyone go and be free, to move forward. And everything or whatever it was that you feel so stuck in. And things like that that can come up with this. It can make you feel a little like, oh, I don't know about that. But it's to help you so it can get out of your way. These are huge stumbling blocks that keep us from reaching our full potential. So these things are popping up to help you move past them. So that urge to just, okay, I'm done with this kind of thing. It's an energetic push and a nudge. Now, the angels, Michael is going to be fantastic for this kind of energy because it can feel a little unknown, a little nerve-wracking. It can feel a little scary, if you have, if you go quick to fear or anxiety. Don't ignore it. Just acknowledge that you feel those things. But Michael brings in this energy that is absolutely the opposite of anything to be afraid of. So he's fantastic for this one. He really is. He is going to, he's a very comforting angel that can bring in the essence of, you're good, I got you. And you're going to feel safe enough to do what you need to do to feel safe. Feeling safe is important if there's trauma involved, absolutely. But the anxiety is really an energetic attachment with fear. So, I don't want you to feel like you're out there on your own, and you might feel that way a little bit with this energy. It can kind of make you feel like all of a sudden you're out on a limb and you're like, whoa, I don't know, I feel a little like, ooh, what do I do now? Ask Michael to walk you back. Ask Michael to walk you back off the ledge, so to speak. Walk you back. You're fine. Let's do this. Ground. He can help you ground. He can help you organize a plan. He can help you. You've got this. Just hang in there. You want to bring in that essence of Michael. Michael's fantastic for this. Your guardian angels work with Michael. Any of those angels that can help you and lift you. They're supportive. They're compassionate. They're patient. Boy, are they patient, right? Boy, they're really patient. But that's what we have. We have this beautiful gift. We have things that we need to do to move forward. We don't really want to sometimes, but we know we need to. And we have angels that can help us take those steps that we need to do. They're not going to do it for you. They're going to help gently nudge you. You're going to get these ideas. You're going to get these thoughts, these plans, like, how can I work through this challenge? And that happens. So, while lots of manifestations can come under a moon that's an eclipse like this, you want to work and focus on, and it's kind of a combination. So, in a gist here, you're working to purge what needs to go. Work with that urge to purge. Work with it. Don't fight it. Work with it. What are you trying to control that you really don't need to be wasting all that energy on? What needs to fall? If something's falling away, why are we trying to hang on to it? What really matters to you? Main thing. What really matters? Do you even know? Are you trying to be something that you don't really want to do? You know? Because that's what people, you feel like that's the way you'll be approved of. Yeah. So this is just bringing it face to face. We're going face to face and being true and real with ourselves on the inside. This energy has been building. It hasn't been, it's not like it hasn't, I wouldn't say worn, but it has been letting us know that this is coming. Shifts are happening. I mean, big shifts out there in the world. All kinds of stuff's changing. And we're like, well, now what are we going to do? Well, that's because we need to clear out what's old and we need to come up with something new and fresh. It's a renewal energy coming in. It's an out of the ashes the phoenix rises kind of vibe. This is a lot of shift. This moon can help you if you go and approach with that intention, like, all right, let me find some clarity. Let me wrap up what seems to be the theme in my life since May, and let's move forward. Let's go there. Let's just work this out. Now, that's the gist of this one. We won't have another blood moon eclipse until 2025. That's a couple of years away. So we will have a little bit of a reprieve from that. But also, this is an opportunity. I personally want to, it's like, go face to face with this thing so you can be done with it and move forward and not have to wait till 2025 or feel like it's just lingering. You know, it's kind of like taking on an energy of like, nah, you know, let's do this. So I'm going to move over to, and I am working on, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I have a really cool surprise and I'm really excited. But the shifts have been, I'm working on lots of things that should be in place by January. That'll be really, really good for all of this community here and what we're doing. So we're working on it. Let me just say that. I'm too excited about it, and it's hard to not say that at least. And I'm not trying to tease you. I'm not even trying to say it's something you'll have to pay for. It's not even that. Of course we put things out in courses that you do in addition, but I'm talking about the show and what we want to do with it. We want to really bring some cool stuff in. So with that note, I'm going over to say hello to everyone in the chat, and let's do some angel readings. We have some time today. I would love to do some angel readings with you guys. So let me go over and see. I had to get everything working for that, so I did bring my iPad so we could draw them today. So let's see what we got going on. So I want to say hello to Aunt Karen. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Journey to Becoming Me. Hello. Donna. Hello, Donna. Hi, Donna. Veronica. Michelle. Oh, it's good, guy. Good to see you. Hi, Candace. Hello, hello. Shift happens. Boy, does it. Boy, does it. And a lot of times we just want to leave that F out of that word, right? Because, yeah, I know. I gotcha. So let me shift over. I, first of all, want to switch the cameras over to the other. So hold on. All right. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. There we go. Okay, so let's do some fun stuff. All right, I'm giving it a minute. It takes about, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds for things to catch up with what you're saying. But while we're doing that, I know, what I want to do is one for all of us, because I want you to have a focus, okay? So here we go. Let me go over here and grab some colors. So I like this one. All right, yep, that works. Okay, first of all, we have this moon is a Venus Venus, Taurus, Moon, right? Okay, so I want you to remember putting in the heart, okay? Putting in the heart. So when I say this is going to be what matters to you most, these are going to be matters of the heart. Matters of the heart. We have got to know that these things matter to us. We feel like there's this heaviness. We want so much. You're going to have this sensation of feeling more. So I'm bringing this in because you want it to bleed. I know that word is kind of weird. I'm trying to get the paint to bleed, but you want it to bleed into your life. You want the energy of your life to come from what matters to you the most, and that's going to be heart passions, heart choices. Okay, we want to feel grounded. We want to feel realistic. We want to feel spiritually motivated, but at the same time grounded and living a physical life. So we don't like throw caution to the wind when I say that. We want to find ways to integrate that in. So this one is representing filling your heart, feeling that core, what matters to you. And that's what I want you to think about while we're going through these angel readings today. Because I'm going to call in the angels, I'm calling them in, whichever ones need to come in for your message, and we'll go from there. Okay, so people, I'm seeing all kinds of interesting, let me see what we have here. Let me go back and read. Let's see, Journey to Becoming Me. It feels like it has been a very intense last couple of weeks. Has felt difficult to get my footing at times. Yes. It's almost disorienting feeling. I know, I felt that too. Yesterday someone looked at me and said, "You are safe," and I crumbled in tears. Oh, what a beautiful message. That's beautiful. I was not aware I felt unsafe. However, I cried for 20 minutes, and since then I almost felt like I even look different when I look at myself in the mirror. As weird as that sounds, any thoughts? Absolutely. And by the way, I want to say thank you for supporting this show with your generous super chat donation. I appreciate that, guys. This helps us bring the show to you. It really does, and it means a lot. So let's see what we got for you, because that is actually giving me like really cool vibes, and so I want to bring that back. I need to duplicate that. Okay. So let's bring this in. So you were feeling, you had no idea. So actually, what's cool is that happened to me the other day. All of a sudden, I was like in this great mood, and all of a sudden, I couldn't stop crying. I could just feel these tears, and I just had to let them go. And I was like, I don't even know why I'm crying. But then I felt different after. So that's interesting to read that. That was almost a synchronicity for me, even if you don't even know that. So what I'm picking up for you is this amazing, it's amazing. I'm going into this color here. I like this color. This is oh, that's a little washed out. Let's go. There we go. It's kind of a lavender color. Lavender, and this is, believe it or not, I feel like I'm drawing a amethyst crystal. Geode, yep. That's what it is. And I'm getting a message from Michael. Amethyst. Amethyst crystal is a really good one for you to have close by. I know that looks like really a lot of scribble, but it's representing, oh, that was a surprise. I didn't know where we were going with that. But it's an amethyst crystal. The amethyst crystal is a beautiful, gentle energy that you want, like, it's great to put at your bedside for sleeping at night, along with a rose quartz too. But the amethyst is coming in really, really strong. And Michael is bringing that in, and that can help you feel safe, connected. It's a gentle healing crystal. It's a beautiful crystal. You can have just little pieces or geodes, real simple ones. I don't have that one right here. I got mine by my bed actually. But you have this is really cool. So if you don't have it, you can get very inexpensive ones, or you can even draw it or look at pictures of whatever. You want to connect with the energy of the amethyst, because that energy is something that will really help you. It's very, very potent for you right now. I find that really, really cool. And believe it or not, in a roundabout way, it's reminding me of that too. So I kind of like that for you. I like that a lot. Wow. Any thoughts on that? I thought that was pretty cool. If you're not already using it, please do. Anybody else that might be feeling that uncertainty, or you feel emotional, or you don't feel safe, or like she said, she wasn't even aware that she didn't feel safe. And all of a sudden these emotions, that amethyst crystal is a very awesome crystal to have around. So if you like crystals, you can wear them. You can have small ones in your pocket. If you carry it with you, carry it on your non-dominant side so you can absorb the energy of that one. Or, and that's what I would do. And believe it or not, when we're working with crystals, I'm going to go into that a little bit more, because there's a lot of cool information with that. For crystal energy, crystals hold energy. I mean, they use them in computers, quartz, you know. I mean, they hold data. They have energy. But when you're working with the left and right side of your body, like say, your dominant side is the energy that you put, is the side that you take and you put energy out. When we're working with energy, you're putting your energy out into the world. And your non-dominant side is your receiving. So a lot of times when we're trying to protect ourselves, we would put a crystal like a black onyx or things like something like that on our non-dominant side, because we don't want to be received, to protect us from negative energy. In this case, it's like you want to bring in an energy and put the purging out on the opposite side. I'm getting this from Michael. You have an in channel and an out channel. Use them wisely, is literally how he put that to me just now. Because you always hear, oh, protect yourself from absorbing something negative. This isn't really a negative energy thing here for you. This is more of a letting something out. So this brings it in. So you would take that, like what you're trying to get rid of, and you're not putting it out into the world to hurt anybody. You're more like giving it to Michael, or giving it to be transmuted positively and healed. So whenever you're doing something like that, that's the intention. So that's what I'm doing with that. I love that a lot. So let me see here. So everybody's different. So your dominant side is like, you know, the hand you write with. Does anybody write with their hands anymore? Or is it just all typing? But no, seriously. Non-dominant, dominant, okay? Now, that's different from masculine and feminine energy, because masculine energy is always the right side. Feminine energy is always the left side. But in this case, this is more of how you send and receive energy. We send and receive all the time. And so think about it that way. So depending on what you have on a particular day, you might change that up each day. What do you want to receive? What do you want to send out? And whenever you're sending out, you're not trying to send bad stuff out. If you're trying to purge out and get rid of, this might just be old, worn out beliefs that aren't helping you anymore. Maybe that self-worth value needs to tweak, and you need to get rid of, you know, the part where you always second guess or don't trust your own instincts, things like that. I think that's really cool. So I know I just went into that but it was such a good message, and I wanted to give it to you. All right, so what do we have here? The looking yourself in the mirror, as weird as that sounds, any thoughts? So the crying for 20 minutes, that was literally an energetic purging. And if you felt different, yes, when you release an energy like that, you will have an essence and look different. You will. You believe it or not, people don't realize that beauty comes from within. That energy, that positive high energy comes from within, not a physical thing at all. This is just what's holding the energy that we're portraying. So yes, you obviously released something major that was important to release, and you saw the difference. So no, it's not weird. Not weird at all. Most of the time, other people see it, but when you saw it yourself, that's beautiful. That means that you're seeing the value. and the importance and the shift. You saw the shift within yourself. So I love that. So that's that. So yeah, what Karen's saying, maybe you are less disassociated now and seeing your true self. That's pretty much similar to that, yes. So let's see here. People crawling out of the woodwork over the past 6 months. Yeah, all kinds of interesting things like that, right? I know. Now, Veronica, trying to put together a way to release pent-up negative emotions from my body so I can clear the energetic pathways and feel aligned to what I want to manifest. Okay, let's go back and get another one. Let's see what we got. Okay, this is Veronica. You're trying to release the pent-up negative emotions. All right, first of all, there's an energy of, did I duplicate that? Yes. Okay, I just needed to make sure. Okay. We can almost feel what feels to me like, the best word I can find is a resentment that we can't quite figure it out, right? So there is an energetic buildup that I'm picking up. So for you, what I'm picking up is more of a softer, peaceful blue. It's a calming blue. We're going to go here. And this is bringing in, it's almost coming in like this. And what this is telling me is your crown chakra meditation kind of thing for you. And if you were to think of it like this, okay, like a swirling, almost kind of like tornado-like, but you want this coming into your, in from here. Because it's the mental thought that I'm picking up. It's like this analytical part that's so over processing and angry, and this calm peaceful blue coming in through here, your 7th chakra, the crown chakra, and then coming down through the 6th and the 5th and going through go all the way to your core, all the way down to the 1st chakra, which is at the base of your spine. But it's a calming blue, and I've got it going in this circle. So you're watching me, and I'm just going with the vibe that I'm picking up energetically. You're seeing me go, I guess it's showing up that way, in a counterclockwise motion. Because counterclockwise on chakras, they kind of stir it up. Then you go back up to the crown chakra and you would be going clockwise. Okay, so and this is working, by the way, with Archangel Metatron. Metatron's really good for doing like a super cleansing, energetic, wow. Bringing that in counterclockwise all the way down to the base. Don't just go to one, go all the way through. Take a few minutes to just close your eyes and visualize this beautiful energy just going through and just kicking up the dust, so to speak, breaking up the built-in stuff that's stuck. And then clockwise, then that kind of purges it out. Then clockwise, and then you're going to go back up, I'm sorry. So you're going counterclockwise down to bust it up all the way to the 1st chakra. Then go in reverse all the way back up, because now it's kind of like a vacuum, bringing it back up. You're still going counterclockwise, that cleans it out, but then we refill it. So then you would go clockwise. I'm using the blue again, but this would be more like a pure white, like a beautiful white color. Bring that back in all the way down from the crown all the way. You don't have to rush, just take your time with it. It's really a very pleasing experience. It's very enjoyable. Just closing your eyes, listening to something very gentle music-wise, something that just soothes you. Or just out in nature would help accelerate it even better if you can do that. But just clockwise fills. Counter cleans it out, clockwise fills. So that right there, Veronica, that helps fill you with a higher frequency to help you sort out what you want to manifest. That's a major cleaning overhaul, because you have to get some of the crowded energies, thoughts, mindset out of the way that's clogging it up for you. That's what's happening with the emotions. The mind is like the emotion. It's a frustration, I feel. So I highly recommend you take a few minutes to do that. Do it, you know, like 5 minutes one way, 5 minutes the other way is all you need. You don't have to go any longer than 10 minutes total. And do it once or twice a day, or once a day. But just take time to do it. 10 minutes is not too much to ask. Find 10 minutes where you don't have to be bothered by anything. Believe it or not, bathrooms are great for that, if you can shut the door. I know, just like, I need 10 minutes. I know. See if you can work that one, because I think it would help you a lot. It would help anybody that might be feeling this, you're stuck in something emotional wise, because that's a great way to clear your chakras. That's a great way to fill them with a higher frequency and just feel like refreshed, like a super spring cleaning on the inside energetically. After you get it all cleaned up and you have that higher frequency in there and you're like a little bit better, now put a protective shield on. Ask Michael to help put that shield up to protect it and keep any negative things out. But don't be so focused on the negative, just purge them out. It's like, instead of worrying that they're coming in, purge them out, is what I'm picking up from him. He goes, we're so pretty focused on worried about what's going to come in. Well, then purge it out. Just purge it. So that's the message of the moon too. I find that to be very, very interesting. All right, let me see where else we have. I hope that helps you, Veronica, or anybody else that is looking for that. I just feel like I'm treading water at this point. This is Candace. I feel like I'm treading water at this point. Okay, I'm thinking about that, Candace. Hang on, because I'm asking. I'm interested in what's going on with that. Thank you for saying dominant, non-dominant instead of left versus right. Well, exactly. Yeah, that is what it is. That truly is what it is. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Journey to Becoming Me. And Michelle, yes, I've been clearing out the house, garage, basement, shed. Gonna have a big move next year. Do you see anything for me? All right, so I'm going back to Candace, then I'm going to Michelle. And sound healing. Yes, Veronica, sound healing. I like the solfeggio, solfeggio frequencies. Those are really cool. I've seen them on all different kinds of music apps. It's solfeggio is what it's called. Those are cool. Or binaural beats. Those are cool too. Veronica, thank you so much for supporting the show. And I do hope that this was a big blessing and help lift you. So if you were to listen to some cool music like that while you're doing that energy thing I was telling you about, that should be pretty powerful. Anybody that needs that, it should be pretty powerful. Okay, I'm going back over. I've got two here I see. You are so welcome. Let's see. Candace. Candace is treading water at this point. Candace? Okay, buoyancy. Buoyancy is the word coming in, okay? You need the color. Oh my gosh. Okay, coming in super easy too. You need like bold yellow. You know what chakra that is, right? Bold yellow. I want you to think buoyancy. All right, here I'm getting this. Okay, protection, protection. This is more third chakra, empowerment. You've gone through so much growth, but this is taking you to another level, and it's taking you into, this is a bright sunny color that is like it's like a yellow. The energy of yellow is very bright, sunny, associated with the third chakra, which is our self-confidence. Who's got the power, you know? Are we self-empowered, or somebody else rolling over us? She knows all this. I know you know all this. But at the same time, I'm feeling an emphasis on, it's a self-empowerment for you. It's a reminding yourself. You've gotten lost in it feels like mental energy has clouded, okay? So here I see the little bit of, it's kind of like a gray. It's kind of like, it's almost like it didn't go there. No, that's not what I want you to do. Why are you changing my colors? Oh, did you see that? I'm trying to pick a different color and it keeps changing it to yellow. My app doesn't do that. So obviously no gray for you, all yellow. Holy cow, that was weird. Okay, angels, you're very clear. Candace needs a big yellow sunny balloon. Holy crap. Okay, they're messing with my app now. I mean, I'm trying to pick a different, I was trying to just show the gray clouds and they're like, nope, no gray clouds. Nope, wash it all away. So Candace, that would be a good color for you to focus on when you're clearing your energy. And the circle is all-encompassing and protective. And Michael it's kind of like this shiny, bright, he's got this huge smile. It's like you need to do something that just makes you laugh. It's like that will lift you the quickest because you have energy that goes in multiple directions and it's just a lifting for you. Wow, that was crazy. Hopefully it won't keep changing my colors anymore. I don't know. That was obviously for you. Let's see. We're going to find out. I don't know. That was bizarre. Are you going to let me have a different color? Oh, wow. That was insane. I'm picking this deep. Oh, yep. See, there we go. Candace, you're all yellow. All right, let's go. That was weird. Okay. Anything's weird with this. Let's see. Michelle cleaning out. Okay. This was about her move. So I'm going back to that. Michelle, you've been clearing out the garage basement. Going to have a big move next year. Do you see anything for me with our move? Okay. What I see, that dark purple is, this is going to be a spiritual growth for you in the new place. That's actually very positive. I'm seeing, which brush do I want? I kind of like that brush. Okay, we're staying with that one. Okay. The triangle is coming in. Okay, that could be your house, but I'm seeing that the body, mind, soul is going to benefit. And do you see this? I didn't try to do that, but there's this rippling rotation of the energy in the foundation that happened when I took that brush across. And at the bottom, right here on the bottom, it has like a rotation. It's going clockwise. Your foundation, you're pulling up roots and putting in a new foundation. I see this as a very positive, good thing. And it's going to be a stronger base foundation to bring body, mind, spirit, all of it together, more of a balanced healing for you in the new place. Every place has a different energy. Every frequency is different, you know, and you'll find that different energies happen in different places. So I see this being as a very good move to kind of bring things together. The triangle is a protective symbol. It's also the three, you know, energies of three. It's a sacred geometry, but the foundation was rumbling, and I found like, ooh, strong foundation is important. Anchoring in, and here's the message that's coming in very, very clear from Michael on that one. When you are setting your new foundation in your new place, focus on what that could be. You can start working on that now. You want to put those intentions of what you want, not what you're pretending that you still want, not what you don't really want, what you truly want when you go into the new place. Set those foundations, those cornerstones, anchor that in at the base, at the beginning. And that's what I'm picking up for that. That was actually pretty cool. Wow. All right. You are welcome. Let's see. Aunt Karen, where are we on time? Got one more. I can do one more. Walking in clockwise circles, losing things within my own house. Then if I go counterclockwise, it gets found. It's like I have to break out of the movement, so I have set timers. Is it unusual? Ooh, no, it's not. That's so cool. I've had that happen before too. What that is, believe it or not, this is the way I'm going to explain it. First of all, the color I'm picking up is It's kind of a turquoisey blue green. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. What I'm picking up is you have, this is going to be like kind of like a block. Not a negative block, just more like a brick. Okay, I'm picking up like a brick here. I'm going to get it colored in a little bit more. There we go. And then, so you put this down like that. That represents your item, okay? If you're in, say, third dimension frequency, and you put that down. And then you go over here and you go over to the fifth dimension, and you can't find it. It's because you placed it somewhere in the third. I know it sounds really weird. I don't know how else to explain that. I have gone into fifth or sixth or wherever. I have put items somewhere I couldn't find them. This has happened. This is how I understand it, because I've experienced what you're describing. I've asked the angels, I was like, Samuel, Michael, Samuel's good for missing items. And so he's the one that helped me figure this out. I go in and I go, well, where is it? I can't see it. And I'm going to a darker green now. And he was telling me, it's still there. It's just that you're not seeing it because you're in a different frequency dimension. Think about how we don't see people that we love that have crossed over. They're in a dimension. Everything's still coexisting at the same time. We don't see the angels sometimes, but we know they're there. It's a different frequency. Now, it can happen at different levels. And this is the way I'm explaining it, the way I've experienced it. So here I go, all right, I need an anchor here. So nobody really wants to go back down to third, but if you can't find something, it may have been because here's what happens. It's more of a perspective. We look at things from different perspectives and different dimensions. So third dimension has a very different mindset than fifth dimension. So think about when you placed it, where was your mindset? How were you? And I mean, you can find them. Archangel Samuel is the one to find them. But if you find that that's shifting back and forth for you like that, and the timers and you go clockwise, you're probably respinning. That works too. But what I did was I looked at dimensions and where I was with my perspective. So say, for example, you look at something from third dimension and it's, there's fear and, the way we've known the earth, living this physical world forever. And then it's like, okay, that's my perspective from this. And then if you go into a fifth dimension mindset and you look at the same thing, you're not afraid of what you were in the third. I know this is a weird explanation, but it's how I found things. I was like, I must have left, and it was a joke around here. I go, I must have left it in the fifth. Oh wait, that was something I placed in the third. And I literally was going around, and that's how I could find them. I know. Counterclockwise can spin out blocks of energy that would blind you from it. But in your case, it could be slightly different. It could be that if you were to say, ask Samuel, like, hey, what's going on? Why am I missing it? But you're talking about you find it after you go counterclockwise. It sounds like you're purging out what was clouding your vision from it. So I find that really cool. And it's like, you guys are telling me things I've experienced, so I get excited too. Like, hey, I'm not the only one. Oh my gosh, I'm not the only one. So it sounds like you were finding them. It's like the items are where they needed me to be. Okay, yep, that can happen. And that's the color. Oh my gosh. Yes, I know. It's like I'll be wearing yellow today. Kansas, awesome, awesome. Kansas saying, that's so funny, confirmation that my chakra is stopped up. Apparently, yes, you need to bust it up with some yellow. You need some super vibe yellow energy. I know, it reminds me of the smiley face, the yellow smiley face. I don't know, just something almost silly, but I think it's going to work for you. I know. See, that's what I love about this group. We're not the only ones, Aunt Karen. I see what you're saying. We're not the only ones feeling these things. That's what's great about this group. We're having these strange experiences. I've never had my app not let me change a color before. Candace, that was insane. It would not let me change the color from yellow. So that they were being very clear. No, stay with yellow. So see, I get corrected too. I get corrected. I was thinking, oh, I was just trying to share that. No, we don't want you to even focus there. So that's what that one was about. And the dreams, but this, I want everybody to know before we go, because we're out of time now. But I want everybody to know this blood moon can have intentions for manifesting. Go with the urge to purge whatever is coming up for you. Allow yourself to see things from the different perspectives to show you the opportunities and the changes that can happen for you. Because there's a whole world of everything new coming up for us. We just have to go with it. We have to listen to it. We have to allow ourselves to explore a different way. Because this is where it's happening. And if we fight it, it just causes more stress. So I highly recommend using the urge to purge method. I highly recommend focusing on what truly matters to you. And when we were working with the clearing and the chakra clearing energy, use that whenever you feel like things are a little weird. Emotions are energy too. So just know life is possible. Good things are possible, and all of this might feel challenging or frustrating, but it is all going to help us find a better way. It's all going to help us grow. And we all have each other, and I'm glad we have this together like this so we can all know that, hey, it's not just me. You guys helped me with that today too. And I want to thank everyone that supports the show. Thank you for the donations that came in today. They truly help us keep things and the bills paid, and we are working on making it even better. We're going to have some cool stuff in January when we start our new season. And your patience with me, because we're going through the challenges all together. We're going through it here too. Anyway, I just want to say thank you, and we will see you next time here on the Jenn Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Remember to tune in each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.jenroyster.com and TransformationTalkRadio.com.